What's going on, everybody? Today we are smoking on the Diesel Wicked. It is a Pennsylvania broadleaf wrapper with Nicaraguan binder and filler. We're smoking on Torpedoes, some big boys. I believe it originates out of Nicaragua as well, if I'm not mistaken. Punchy cigar. I think bold, very, very heavy-bodied. It's like a full-bodied cigar. I'm getting dark notes like espresso and leather and oiliness. Maybe I almost felt like I got some grass, but I wasn't sure if it was like that harsh grassy flavor I get with like a Ligero sometimes. It's not a Ligero, but I'm just getting those super bold dark flavor profiles. Maybe a little bit of dark chocolate or something, but I'm not getting like any sweetness really. I'm getting those straight like oak, leather, espresso, oily, expressed oil flavor. So very full-bodied. It probably would pair well. It has been pairing well with the coffee that George brought. I think it would pair well probably with a bourbon, maybe even a scotch. I like it. It's punchy though.
I'm finding it very spicy. Very
spicy. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm not getting any spice. That's interesting.
And my mouth just went dry, and I'm not dehydrated. I drank a lot of water today because I had a lot of meetings, and I've been like drinking water, throughout the meetings and stuff. And it was like earthy and spicy. And then on the Retrohale, I cannot do it. I did it, but it's like immediately it's like a woof of dense smoke and spice on the Retrohale.
Can you repeat the onomatopoeia there?
Woof.
All right.
I'm getting, a very, very strong punch as well. It's so dense. Look at this. It's a very dense smoke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad I had a smaller cut because I realized that if it was bigger in here, it would be super hard for me. It's already hard. It's harsh cigar for me. It's too harsh for me, to be honest. I'm just judging from my point of view here, right?
Sure.
Full-bodied, absolutely. And then I'm going to tell you something. You mentioned a word that I wrote in here, and you mentioned peppery, okay? Super peppery. What I feel on the top of my tongue is the same feeling I have it when I have a true olive oil. That it's so acid, and so instead of being peppery, I felt this. Like when the extra
bitter
version is like super super dense, and then you put it too much or mix it. I don't know.
Almost becomes spicy.
Yes, and then it turned. The pain is similar. It's just like I felt more like oily because it's all over the cigar, right? Maybe. I know the tobacco is so strong that it's hard to differentiate things here. Maybe nutty or something like this. I don't know. It's a big boy, definitely. That you need a lot of water. I would say that drink this with water because you're gonna need it.
It dries my mouth so much. And what I did a Retrohale right now that I got the spice, and I got like a very strong leather that what Dylan mentioned. But what I had to do is like I had to blow out the smoke a little bit, pull some air inside of my mouth to mix it with it to cool it down, and then to do the Retrohale. To be able to get, it's almost like adding water to whiskey.
Yeah.
So I had to do that to dilute a little bit because it is spicy. I mean, your eyes goes watery immediately. So.
Yeah, I didn't. The word just didn't come to mind, but I agree. I think it is a little bit of a harsh flavor profile. So, anyways, we will progress down on this thing, and we'll be back shortly. Welcome back, everybody. We're just going to do a quick little review. To be honest with you, I didn't think it was a bad cigar. I think it developed. Actually, it ended smoother than it started, in my opinion. I thought the middle third, I don't even think I reached the final third. It started going off. I was talking too much, yada, yada, yada. But it mellowed out on me it started off harsh, mellowed. I'm gonna give it a final score, but if y'all want to give some points before we give the final score.
Yeah. Let's
So,
let's do that
but I thought it was more of the same. Oaky, espresso, but it mellowed. I didn't get as much of the harsh, oily extract flavor. I was getting more kind of like subtle smoothness. Maybe you got like a touch of like vanilla leather, but it wasn't sweet. It just it softened a little bit, and I can appreciate it. So I imagine if you go all the way to the final third, you might get a little bit of variance.
So I did not take notes, but I took mental notes. It did mellow, so the spice went away, and I was able to get espresso from the puff, and I can even do a retrohale. It's still hot, but I get like a strong leather on the retrohale.
Yeah.
So yeah, interesting. It did develop better, so my score would have started a little lower and then increased a little bit towards the end.
All right, so I cut it. I had to cut. You know, in the beginning I mentioned that I didn't cut enough, so I cut it more. I thought, well, that's going to be stronger. Actually, it was the opposite. The opposite effect. You know, like with more flow, it was less bitter. I enjoyed the second, the second quarter, the second third, and it was less oily, the second part. But at the end, man, it was almost unsmokable. The end of the cigar is almost, but I felt like going, like a challenge. And I'll tell you, I would take that to a poker night just to, shake some guys there. I would bring that,
I like
or
that.
I would watch it a mobster movie outside,
Yeah.
like Once Upon a Time and The Godfather.
It's
I
a
would
very
feel
dense smoke, so
Yeah, I feel like that.
Yeah, it would create that environment for sure. Yeah.
That's it. That's my point.
I love
So
that shit.
what's
Scores.
Okay. I gave it an 87.
89 for me.
88 for me.
I was on
It's pretty
87, and then I bumped it up to 89.
I had an unpleasant beginning, and I was going to go as low as 85, and it mellowed out, and I started getting enough of the smooth notes. And clearly didn't smoke as much as everybody else, so I wanted to be
I'm done.
realistic on where I was, but it could have climbed maybe to an 88.
Yeah.
But I'm going to land it, from what I received, I'm going to leave it an 87.
Cool.
Cool.
Good stick. I would smoke it again. But
Thank you.
punchy.
Yeah,
Thank you,
punchy.
guys. We'll
Thanks.
see you next time. As always, please leave recommendations in the comment section, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks.